Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Phil Clahar has won the 2023 Orlando Pro, and he is headed to the Mr. Olympia. I want to give a huge shout out to Phil Clahar because I somewhat counted him out going into this show. I've been saying since Toronto Hassan is going to win this show, even after I seen Phil Clahar's name on the competitors list. But I was 100% wrong. Phil Clahar just shocked everyone. I'm pretty sure outside of himself and his team, no one had this guy winning this show, and Phil is 50 years old if I'm not mistaken, maybe 49. But in second place, we had Hassan Mustafa. Third place, Stan DeLongo, Stanimal. He brought incredible conditioning. Shout out to his coach Patrick Tour. He always brings his guys in shredded. In fourth place was Emmanuel Alvarez, and in fifth place, Chris D. Demencio, I believe. But we are going to take a close look at the top two from this show, Phil Clahar and Hassan Mustafa. And I have to let you guys know I don't have the best quality images because the production for this show is not very good. This may be the worst coverage of a bodybuilding show in 2023 so far, and I have no idea why. Orlando had pretty good production last year, but why did Hassan play second at this show? In my personal opinion, the midsection is still an issue, but in some poses it looked really good, mostly in the transitions. Hassan's conditioning is still not where it needs to be, and that was exposed by Phil Clahar. Also, I believe Hassan could be posing better as well. But in all honesty, after prejudging once I looked at the photos, I was still favoring Hassan a little bit more. Phil does look pretty good. He came in great condition, but I thought the muscularity of Hassan was going to be a little bit too much. But in this front double bicep, you guys can see what I mean when I said Hassan's waist looked pretty good in some shots. I would say it even looks better than Toronto in this front double bicep. But Hassan isn't holding his arms properly in this shot. Now, this was taken from the night show. Isn't really at the best angle. Hassan looks incredible in this shot. Waist looks very good here, guys. Honestly, Hassan's waist looks to be more in check here than it was in Toronto. But once again, Hassan was losing control of the midsection in between poses. But I could also say the same for Phil Clahar. His midsection was not always in check. Now, taking a look at the front lat spread. Posing is still an issue for Hassan Mustafa. Does this guy have a posing coach? And if he does, he may need a new one. But Hassan is a guy that's a little bit narrow. So in my personal opinion, guys that are narrow don't typically have good front lat spreads. But this is a Phil Clahar shot. Now let's take a look at the side chest pose. Now my eyes would immediately go to Hassan Mustafa. This guy is massive, dense, thick. But I could see you going with Phil Clahar because he is more conditioned. He has more detail. Let me know in the comment section below, side chest, what do you guys think? Hassan's arm and chest is just freaky, but Phil's detail from top to bottom is pretty impressive. Now the back double bicep. Conditioning definitely goes to Phil Clahar. Hassan has an issue with his left lat. This has been going on for about 2 years. I have no idea if he had an injury, if it's scar tissue, but Phil definitely has lower lat insertions, more clean, more prominent, and he's more conditioned throughout the lower body. Now, as far as the rear lat spread, I definitely prefer the back of Hassan Mustafa. This guy looks like an absolute freak in this shot, but lower body conditioning would go to Phil Clahar. And honestly, from what I'm looking at in these poses, I would say Phil Clahar definitely brought the better package overall. Hassan does have some standout body parts, some very freaky body parts, but top to bottom, I definitely prefer Phil Clahar in some of these shots. Now, taking a look at this front tricep shot. Hassan Mustafa is so muscular in this shot. Phil Clahar also looks great. Both of these guys are actually showcasing a lot of detail. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Hassan. His waist is wider, but it is in check in this shot. But you guys let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on the 2023 Orlando Pro, and also, why do you think Hassan placed second at this show? Phil Clahar brought an incredible package, top to bottom, very, very conditioned, and this guy is headed to the Mr. Olympia. But he has another stop before that, and that's the Masters Olympia. Can Phil Clahar win a pro show and then win the Masters Olympia and then go into the Mr. Olympia? But I'm Krishan from Go Fitness. If you guys haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Once again, Phil Clahar is headed to the Mr. Olympia. I'm out.